What if I told you that there is one invisible force controlling your life? One hidden barrier standing between you and the success you crave. You may think it's lack of money, resources, or even talent, but the truth is far more powerful and far more dangerous. In this video, I'll reveal the one thing that's been silently holding you back, the one enemy inside your mind that most people never even recognize. By the end, you'll not only understand what it is, but also how to break free from it forever. This isn't just theory. Science backs it up and history proves it. The most successful people in the world have conquered this invisible force, and you can too. Stay with me till the end because what you're about to discover could change your life. Welcome to Mindful Rise. If you're ready to unlock your potential, hit that subscribe button and let's begin. Before we talk about the one thing holding you back, we need to ask a deeper question. What does success even mean? You see, most people chase success without ever defining it for themselves. They look at others, celebrities, entrepreneurs, influencers, and assume success is wealth, fame, or power. But is it really? For some, success is building a multi-million-dollar business. For others, it's simply having the freedom to wake up without an alarm clock. Some feel successful when they change the world, while others find it in quiet moments with family. There is no universal definition of success, only the one you create. The problem? Society conditions us to believe in a fixed version of success. We are told what we should want, how we should live, and what will make us happy. And so many people spend years chasing a dream that was never truly theirs. They climb the corporate ladder only to realize they never wanted to be on it. They seek approval, not fulfillment. But here's where it gets interesting. Your mind is wired to chase what it believes is important. If your definition of success isn't truly yours, you'll always feel unfulfilled, no matter how much you achieve. If there's one silent force that holds more people back than anything else, it's fear. Fear is the invisible chain that keeps you stuck, the voice in your head that whispers, "What if you fail?" It's not lack of intelligence or opportunity. It's the fear of stepping into the unknown that stops most people from ever reaching their true potential. Fear manifests in different ways. The fear of failure convinces you that mistakes define you, that one wrong move will ruin everything. It keeps you from trying, from taking risks, from stepping outside your comfort zone. Then there's the fear of rejection, the deep need for approval that makes you hesitate, afraid of judgment, afraid of what people will say if you dare to be different. And perhaps the most dangerous of all, the fear of the unknown, the paralyzing thought that if you take a step forward, you might lose control. But here's the truth. Fear is not real. It exists only in your mind, shaping your decisions, controlling your actions, and keeping you trapped in a reality that feels safe but unfulfilling. And until you recognize it, you'll never break free. The fear of failure is one of the most powerful forces stopping people from ever taking action. It's not the failure itself that holds you back, it's the fear of what it might mean. What if you try and it doesn't work? What if people see you fail? These thoughts create hesitation, keeping you stuck in a cycle of overthinking instead of doing. Research shows that people who fear failure the most rarely take risks. They stay in jobs they hate, hold back from starting businesses, and avoid new opportunities, not because they aren't capable, but because they can't handle the thought of failing. According to Forbes, this fear shrinks your potential by making you settle for less. You convince yourself that playing it safe is the smarter choice, even when it means living a life that doesn't fulfill you. What's worse, the fear of failure is self-reinforcing. The more you avoid risk, the more your brain believes that failure is something to be feared. It builds an invisible wall between you and success. But here's the reality. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. And those who achieve the most are often the ones who failed the most. The fear of rejection is one of the biggest silent killers of dreams. How many times have you stopped yourself from speaking up, taking action, or chasing a goal just because you were afraid of what others might think? This fear is wired into us. Since ancient times, humans have depended on social acceptance for survival. But today, it no longer protects us. It limits us. Tony Robbins calls this a self-imposed prison. He explains that people build invisible walls around their potential, shaped by the fear of judgment. You don't apply for that job because you might get turned down. You don't share your ideas because someone might laugh. But here's the truth. People's opinions don't define you. The most successful individuals in history weren't the ones who avoided rejection. They were the ones who faced it, ignored it, and kept going anyway. Because the only approval that truly matters is your own. Fear doesn't just exist on its own. It feeds on something deeper, a lack of self-belief. When you don't trust yourself, fear takes control. Every challenge feels impossible, every setback feels permanent, and every decision is filled with doubt. You question your abilities, your worth, and your potential long before anyone else does. But here's what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck: self-belief. It's not about being fearless, it's about believing that you can handle whatever comes your way. Studies show that people with high self-confidence are more likely to take risks, push through obstacles, and achieve their goals simply because they trust themselves to figure things out. Self-belief isn't about being the smartest or the most talented. It's about knowing that you are capable even when things go wrong. Because the truth is, the moment you start believing in yourself is the moment fear starts losing its power over you. Fear isn't something you eliminate, it's something you learn to control. The key isn't to wait until fear disappears, it's to take action despite it. And the best way to do that? Break fear down into small, manageable steps. One of the most powerful strategies is exposure. Psychologists have found that facing fear in small doses reduces its grip over time. If you're afraid of public speaking, start by speaking in front of one person. If you fear failure, take small risks that feel uncomfortable but not overwhelming. Each step rewires your brain, proving that fear isn't a stop sign, it's a signal for growth. Another proven method is goal setting. The Times reports that setting realistic, achievable goals helps shift focus from fear to progress. Instead of obsessing over the big picture, break it down, focus on what you can do today, and when you make progress, celebrate it. Studies from Real Simple highlight the power of small wins. Each time you acknowledge progress, your brain releases dopamine, reinforcing confidence. Success isn't one massive leap. It's the result of consistent, small victories over fear. The truth is, fear will always be there. But when you stop letting it control your choices and start using it as fuel, that's when everything changes. Fear doesn't discriminate. It affects everyone, even those who seem unstoppable. But the difference between success and regret isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to push through it. Take Lady Gaga. Before she became a global icon, she was rejected over and over again. Industry executives told her she wasn't good enough, wasn't marketable, didn't have the right look. She could have let that fear of rejection define her. Instead, she used it as fuel, reinventing herself and proving them wrong. Today, she's one of the most successful artists in history. Or consider Elon Musk. He risked everything, investing millions into Tesla and SpaceX when experts laughed at his vision. He could have let the fear of failure stop him. Instead, he embraced the uncertainty and changed the world. The lesson: fear is always there, but those who succeed are the ones who refuse to let it win. Fear isn't conquered in a single moment. It's chipped away through consistency. The more you face it, the weaker it becomes. But most people wait for confidence before they take action, not realizing that confidence is built through action. Robin Sharma, one of the world's leading experts on success, emphasizes the power of daily habits. He explains that greatness isn't about massive leaps. It's about small, repeated actions that create unstoppable momentum. When you take even the tiniest step toward your goal every day, fear begins to lose its grip. Think of it like training a muscle. At first, it feels uncomfortable, even painful, but over time, as you keep pushing, your strength grows. The same applies to fear. The first time you step out of your comfort zone, it's terrifying. The second time, it's still hard. But by the 10th, 20th, or 100th time, it becomes second nature. Success isn't about being fearless. It's about showing up again and again, no matter how uncertain you feel. Fear is the one thing that holds most people back, but it doesn't have to control you. Once you recognize it, you can overcome it. Whether it's the fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown, the truth is always the same. Fear only has power if you let it. Success isn't about being fearless. It's about taking action despite fear. Small, consistent steps, a strong belief in yourself, and the courage to keep going will push you past every obstacle in your way. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who never felt fear. They're the ones who refused to let it stop them. So ask yourself, what fear is holding you back? And more importantly, what small step can you take today to overcome it? Start now, because your future depends on it. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to Mindful Rise for more powerful insights. Let's rise together.